This week on TGC News, 3D prints in 3D, smart guns are dumb, and the AutoGlove.
Cleaning a gun stinks unless you're using Breakthrough Clean's odorless and non-staining solvents and lubricants to tackle your gun cleaning needs. Be sure to check out their military-grade solvent, battle-borne oil and grease, or even the HP Pro for extreme conditions. If you asked and your local shop isn't carrying them, head on over to breakthroughclean.com and use the code TGC10 to get 10% off your order.
Welcome back to another episode of TGC News, the only gun news show that covers things you actually care about. My name is Jon Patton. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and get subscribed and ring that bell to get notified of new episodes. On Facebook, hit see first. And as I'm sure you know, we are giving away a total of 4 badass Zero Delta optic mounts worth about $280 each. The winner of this week is Ryan Walk from St. Louis, Missouri. Ryan, send us a message on Facebook to claim your prize. All you have to do to get entered to win the last of the 4 we're giving away is post a picture of your rifle or rifles on the Zero Delta Facebook page and then tell them where you're from. That's it. And hey, while you're there, hit like on their page. Now, let's get into some news. Daniel Defense has officially jumped into the suppressor market with the Wave. We briefly looked at this back at NRAM, but the final production version from DD is here. Let me break down the specs for you guys. This is a 3D printed suppressor first and foremost. To my knowledge, it's the first of its kind, and that's kind of badass. They've used a process called additive manufacturing to make this happen. What that means is that instead of a traditional printer where the material is run through like a nozzle and kind of creates the product on a tray or something of that nature, the Wave is using something called laser sintering to essentially heat a material and weld it to the previous layer underneath and create a product out of that. Long story shorter, this thing is born from powder using lasers. It's the future, people. What that also means is that there are no welds to hold like pieces together. It's all one piece. Typically, if a can is going to fail, it will be at a weld point, and when they fail, it sucks. I've had it happen, and it is loud. Being that this doesn't have welds, it has less points of failure. That's a good thing. It comes in at 7.6 inches long, 1.5 inches wide, and weighs in at 17.2 ounces. Right on par with some of the other beefy 7.62 cans on the market. They're rated up to 300 Win Mag, and that seems to have become the industry standard for 30 cal cans these days. If it won't do Win Mag, why bother, I guess. The intent with the Wave is not to be the lightest out there, but more so be one of the toughest cans out there. The entire baffle stack is made from Inconel alloy, which basically means it's built like a tank. They're going to be offering these in 2 different configurations. A QD, which has an MSRP of $1157, and a direct thread that has an MSRP of $986. I'm betting we're going to see street prices around like $950 for the QD and like $700-ish for the direct thread. I'm really curious to see how this thing does on a sound meter. Time will tell. We don't have any of these out for testing just yet, but I'm really excited to see that when it does happen. What do you guys think? What other gun parts do you think would benefit from a 3D printer? Let me know down in the comments. And in Smart Guns Aren't Smart News, the ultra controversial... Controversial? Who says controversial? That's not a word. And in Smart Guns Aren't Smart News, the I can't speak. And in Smart Guns Aren't Smart News, the ultra controversial Armatix IP1 rocked the gun industry when it came out. The gun required a watch to be worn and be within 1 foot of the gun in order for the gun to fire. It was also chambered in .22 long rifle, which is a travesty in its own right. People were up in arms because of some really stupid gun laws that would force people to only be able to buy smart guns in certain areas of the country when this came out. And of course, this won't work because it's electronic and will get hacked crowd screamed very loud as well. And it seems they had good reason. Thanks to Wired magazine and a hacker named Plore, we now know that not only can this piece of junk be hacked, but it can be done several different ways. First, the watch signal can be jammed. Not that shocking, right? It's an electronic. You can jam a signal somehow. Next, you can extend the range of the signal, meaning the watch doesn't have to be anywhere near the gun. And the best one of all, using a cheap stack of magnets, you don't even need to have possession of that watch. The thing that irritates me here the most is that There are people that truly believe that smart guns are a solution to all the problems in the world. They hear, oh, you have to be wearing something or holding something in order for the gun to work, and then they stop there. Their line of thought just stops. They don't think through the fact that just about every electronic device out there can be hacked or even damaged to the point where it won't work at all. And when you need a firearm, there is zero time to be messing with rebooting your gun. In its current form, electronics in guns for the purpose of controlling who is capable of setting off rounds is completely and utterly worthless. If you want to see the entire Wired magazine video and how Plor kind of accomplished all this, there is a link down in the description. Say hello to the wildest and wackiest gun accessory you're going to love. Whoa! It's the AutoGlove. This thing kind of reminds me of the Nintendo Glove and might require a commercial like the Super Soakers used to have back in the day. So, as I'm sure you're aware, there are several ways to legally simulate full auto fire. You have the hold it at your waist and use your finger like a bump stick. You have the actual homemade bump sticks. You have bump fire stocks of various types. You have various trigger systems now. And on top of that, you now have the AutoGlove. This is hilarious. So, long story short, the AutoGlove uses a small electric motor attached to a metal bracket that goes around the finger of a glove. Literally, it's a metal bracket that goes here, and there's a little electric motor on there. You insert the motor that has a small piston on it into the trigger guard, and then you push down with your thumb on the activation point to start it going. They claim this isn't illegal because it doesn't actually attach to the gun, and therefore nothing about the gun itself has changed. In demo videos, they show this thing working with a variety of firearms and causing a variety of unsafe conditions revolving around maintaining control of the gun, like this young lady firing rounds into the sky. That's real safe, guys. Good one. But here's the thing. I want one. Why? Because it's silly. Because it's stupid. I personally love the idea of poking the ATF and showing them how stupid some of the regulations are. And for all we know, this thing could be banned in a matter of days, but I want to have fun with wacky stuff, and this falls right into that category. By the way, people at the ATF have told Adam that they actually do watch TGC. Hi, ATF! Anyway, the AutoGlove has a current retail price of $299. Yeah, $300 for a glove with a motor and a switch attached to it. What do you guys think? Would you actually buy something like this, or is it going to get banned, so screw it, you don't care? Let me know in the comments. Our Guntuber this week is from the great state of California. I know we have a ton of you guys out there watching from behind enemy lines, and this channel does a great job of repping from Cali. Let's take a look at TactiCalifornia.
Hey guys, my name is Micah, and this is TactiCalifornia. This channel is directly aimed towards you guys, those who want to learn more about firearms, who want to learn how to use guns, to be more accurate, to get quicker, all of those things. We're going to offer all of that here on this channel. We also do gun reviews, we do gear reviews, and we try to keep you up to date on firearms legislation nationwide, and obviously specifically in California as well. TactiCalifornia offers a unique perspective from Ventura County here in Southern California that most channels just don't have.
They've been doing some really good reviews, tips and trick type videos, as well as covering the ridiculous laws and regulations from the West Coast. Definitely go over there, get subscribed, and tell them TGC sent you. And hey, if you know of a channel that I haven't featured, go ahead and post that down in the comments with a link to their channel. Savoir Leather offers some of the finest handmade holsters crafted right here in the USA. Whether you carry inside or outside the waistband, whether you want an extra mag or maybe some extra flair, they have what you need. To get free shipping on your order, use the code TGC1 at savoirleather.com.
The only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
Our good guy with a gun this week isn't a guy at all. It's a 17-year-old girl. On July 17th in Spokane County, Washington, the young girl's boyfriend called her parents stating that there was unusually high police activity and there was something clearly going on. The parents warned the girl, and then she asked the father for a gun. Thank God he gave her one in this case. She put it under her pillow and got back in bed. I guess this girl was home alone for a good portion of the day. It's summer break in most areas, right? Later that day, she hears the screen door at the back of their house close, and that is her indicator that something bad is happening. She grabs the gun, goes into the corner of her room, and waits until some random douchebag appears in her doorway. She then stands up, points the gun at him, says, "Who the F are you?" The guy runs away. She chases him out of the house, fires a shot at him to let him know not to come back. From what details we do have here, the father saved his daughter's life by giving her a firearm. Thank God the girl knew how to use it as well. That's awesome. Similar home invasion stories have ended very badly in the past. It's good this girl knew what was going on. What do you guys think? For those of you with daughters, I know a bunch of you out there are parents. Would your daughters have handled it this well? And I guess that's it. Help a brother out and like the video and then share it with your friends if you found any of this info interesting. If you haven't yet, please get subscribed so you can catch the show week after week. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon.
The shirts worn in today's episode of TGC News were provided by Patriot Patch Company. Click the link in the description to learn more.